Good afternoon, Kimberly Wells. My name is Steve Giorgio, and I'll be interviewing you for possible accounting internship. So, what made you choose accounting as your career?
When I was younger, I always loved math, and as I grew older, I took a lot of accounting classes, and I enjoyed them. And I'm the type of person who likes to be organized and know exactly what I'm doing. And with accounting, there's strict rules and guidelines that we have to abide by to get the job done.
Yeah, I'm the type of person, like a type A, you want everything a certain way.
Very much type A personality, I describe myself as.
So my next question is, what are your biggest weaknesses that help you avoid other career choices? So what is your biggest weakness that made you avoid other careers like science and English, etc.?
I would say that I'm not very a creative person, which is why I didn't go into a sort of English degree type of major or an art major. I'm a very numerical type of person, but a biggest weakness I would definitely say is creativity. I'm not that creative, and with accounting, you do have to have critical thinking, but it's not as creative.
Yeah. So my next question is, what are your biggest strengths that helped you tie into your accounting career? So what made you choose accounting that relates to your strengths?
I'm a very organized and detail-oriented person. I like everything to be almost perfect. And with accounting, everything really does need to be basically perfect. Everything has to be accurate. And I would say one of my biggest strengths would just be I'm very driven, and with being driven, allow me to get further in my career.
So what motivates you to do more with your career? So what makes you wake up every morning and say, I got to do this, this, and this, apply for internships, focus, maybe get a minor in a different degree. So what motivates you to do more?
What motivates me is basically the hunger to learn and to be more educated. And I'm very, like I said, a driven person, and my goal is to be successful. And just with those goals and to be successful, you have to work hard. And I just always try to be one step ahead of the game, and I always try to promote myself as best as I can, and the best way to do that is to go out there and just get as much experience as you can. So I always just apply for anything and everything, and that's how I try to be successful.
With your motivations in school, how can you tie those motivations into the actual workplace for our company?
So I'm a very motivated person, as in with my grades I take them seriously, and with every assignment I go above and beyond. And with those attributes, I would say I apply that in the work field by just being a very hard worker and doing work to my fullest potential.
My next question is, what is your hardest decision in your accounting career?
I would say my hardest decision in my accounting career is that I'm currently facing that right now, which is right now I'm in a 5-year program at St. Rose, which is where I get my bachelor's and my master's in accounting. And I've currently been debating whether or not to either only get my bachelor's at St. Rose in accounting and either go to a different school for my master's in accounting. And I was even toying with the idea with getting my MBA. And how I'm dealing with that issue in my accounting career is I'm just talking to as many people as I can and getting their advice. And by talking with other successful accounting CPA people that I've met along the way through networking events, they give me advice to always not be comfortable, go out of your comfort zone, because when you do that, that's when you can really excel above and beyond. And I also got the advice that you don't need to rush into anything right away. So I can always take one step at a time and do one thing at a time, and always there's always time to further get more education in the field that I plan on.
The key to success is by asking questions.
Yes.
That's very good what you're showing there. So, what work do you do outside of school to help towards your career? Like community service, getting along with people, maybe do some outside coursework outside your schoolwork.
Outside activities that I've done in volunteer experience. So I worked at H&R Block for 2 years, and my freshman year I took a H&R Block tax course on top of my 17 credit semester. And through that course, I learned all the basic tax principles and guidelines and how to use the software, and then they hired me through that job. And then I also did VITA, which is Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. It's a program where you can do taxes for people who are not as well off financially. And also I have a part-time job at home where I am a shift leader and a lot of the times the closing manager. So I deal with a bunch of the deposits in cash and their their financials at the end of the night. And through that, I just fill out a lot of like paperwork that gets me familiar with real hands-on cash experience, which it just helps me relate that. I've basically been in the different areas of businesses and accounting, so it helps me tie it all together.
You have a lot of work experience. And then when you did that H&R Block classwork, when was that? Like every week?
So that was, I did that Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 to 9 at night.
Wow.
So after I'd have already a full day of class, I'd have to walk or get a bus all the way over there.
That shows a lot of dedication. You see, which I think you kind of answered in when you were making your hard decision for your accounting career. Where do you see yourself after finishing college? Do you know yet? Do you see working in an accounting firm? Do you see just staying in school, just trying to get your CPA? There's a lot of many different decisions you can make. So, what is something that you're going towards?
My goal after I finish, I definitely plan on getting my master's. After my master's, I plan on working full-time at a larger accounting firm. I had an internship in a smaller accounting firm, actually one was a small accounting firm and one was a small private equity firm, and I feel like I would like the larger firms better just because sometimes in the larger firms you're more dedicated to one specific task instead of having hands-on with everything, which I don't mind getting the experience with doing taxes and audits for clients, but I'm more the type of person who likes to focus on one thing and do it well.
Next question is, what's your goals for your career for the following year? How will you be able to achieve them? So, what is your goals right now for the next year or two? And how are you going to step by step achieve them and accomplish them?
So, my goal, I actually have specific goals for the next following year because starting in January, I plan on studying abroad, so I had to reject a lot of opportunities.
Where would you be studying abroad?
I'll be studying abroad at London Regent's University, and I've been currently looking at internships abroad, and I've been applying to those, but I don't have anything set up at the moment to specifically start working. Which that is a major goal of mine currently. My short-term goal at the moment is to find an internship abroad within the next 4 months. But when I come back from abroad, my goals are to have another internship or work at one of the internships I was previously at over the summer. And then once school starts again, and especially next tax season, I plan on going back to a accounting firm in the Albany area, Latham area, to have a tax internship, and then from that time, I will be a senior, and they'll hopefully be looking to hire. Mm-hmm. So I plan on getting an internship and hopefully going from there into a part-time to full-time job.
the internships that you're applying for in England, what type of internships are those?
I've been looking everywhere, just Googling everything and looking online. And I've just been finding a lot of them have been finance interns, but some of their finance interns have a job description that pertains to things I've already done. So I'm applying for any finance and accounting assistant or internship position.
Okay, very good. So, what is your dream job? Like, how do you see yourself achieving that? So, for example, my dream job is to be a CFO one day within 20 to 30 years. So, what is your ultimate goal in your whole accounting career?
My ultimate goal in my whole accounting career is to hopefully get into one of the big four accounting firms. I don't plan on being there long term, but I at least want to get the experience for 2 to 4 years. The average right now is 3 years, but in accounting, an accountant stays at one of the big four firms. My goal, that's one of my dreams, just because I know from word of mouth and just by their reputation that they work all of their employees to the fullest, and I just get the best experience through their training and their programs.
Yeah, they say you have 99% hiring rate if you work in the Big Four.
Yep, once you get to the Big Four, you can basically go anywhere, and that's cool.
Very good. And so my last question is, are you happy with the career path you've chosen?
I'm happy with the career path I've chosen, just because I can't imagine myself doing anything else, and I feel like this career path has all the qualities that pertain to who I am as a person. I'm the type of person who needs everything to be correct, organized, accurate, and I pay close attention to detail, and all of those attributes are part of the accounting field.
So lead us to the following question. If you could do anything over again, or give advice for new accounting students, what would you say or do?
Something that I would have done over again if I knew ahead of time, for example, with the study abroad trip I plan on going on, if I knew ahead of time I wanted to do it as a sophomore, I would have done it then, instead of doing it my second semester junior year when everything is very chaotic for me as a student with the classes I have to take and with the opportunities I have now. I wish I'd done it. I wish I knew about it sooner, so I would have done it earlier in my college career.
Yeah, it's very uncommon for an accounting student to go abroad. I mean, because only the United States has GAAP, and then everyone else has IFRS. So it's very hard for accounting students to go overseas. So what type of classes are you planning on taking in England?
In England, I plan on taking some basic business classes. A lot of the classes I need to take as a business student, they're actually not offering that semester. But I'm taking 12 credits, which consist of a Principles of Marketing class that I've not taken yet, and I actually get to take one accounting class that's going to be considered as a business class, but I'll still get the credit for it, which is international business, which I can take it over there because it just counts. It's international.
I wouldn't know more than you, so that's the whole registrar. So what are some advice you can give to incoming accounting students for freshmen?
Incoming advice I give to freshman students is to definitely take every part of your education seriously. You can find a lot of important information and tools in different classes that you can apply to accounting, and specifically with accounting classes, you just want to make sure that you have all the basics down, because accounting is you build from it. And advice I would just say is to definitely don't just do the bare minimum. Definitely read the chapter before you go to class, and do the assignments and the homeworks, and study for your exams. Because with all of that, you're not just trying to get a good grade. This information needs to stick with you so you can be a successful accountant and pass the CPA exam.
That's very good advice. I want to thank you, Kimmy, for coming, and have a great day.
Thank you.